Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody gave me a little tip. I know this, I knew this, and I just don't ever think about it in some of these cases. So if you didn't follow along, this is like part 4 of the sugar and spice. We're going to take the virtual segment delete key, and I'm just going to delete these letters like I did before. And if you don't hit all the letter, like here, the big letters, you're going to hit a ball, and so they're easier. But on the smaller letters, you're going to need to make your knife wider to get all the letters, and it doesn't really matter if you miss a couple, you can always go back. But here's this hint, and I'll make it real quick, and it makes a lot of sense. So now I can take my boxes away, and I just have these lines that I need to engrave to make it look like letters. So I'm going to turn them black, but I'm still going to keep them a hairline. Then when we move this over, you can, if you know how to color map, well, one, you'd have to make them like a blue. But if you don't know how to color map, if you do, good for you, and I do it all the time, but a lot of times this is just as easy, especially when you're vectoring something out. So what I would do is, let's get this thing more into page. And these black lines are vector lines. So I'm just going to nudge them out of the way off my laser page. I'm going to engrave this. I'm going to cut it out of the piece of wood that's, this big. And I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to vector it out. Then I'm going to move my graphic out of the way, and I'm going to move my lines in the way, and I'm going to vector this also. I'm not going to engrave it, but I'm going to, and I missed a letter right there, I think. So just be careful when you're doing that. Maybe not. This would vector like super quick. This would probably, in raster engrave, it would maybe take 10, 15 minutes. I guarantee this will do it in, if you run it like 100 power and a 50 speed or 75 speed or 60 speed, something that will not cut through your wood. It'll be a good, quick vector line, and it'll distinguish those letters better, and it would be well worth it because it didn't take any time. And then each one of these letters is going to be continuation. Really, this should have been gone. That line right there doesn't need to be there. But you'd have to fix that beforehand. Let's see if we can't fix it. I think it's because it's connected to those two lines. And there's not a line here, but you could easily fix it by taking a 2-point line and joining those two lines, taking your virtual segment delete key and delete that line. All I did was continue what that line was doing, and then move this back, because that's what you need. You need the continuation of the letter past the wood. Anyway, and I think I missed a letter right there. Those two aren't touching. So just when you're doing this, make sure before you weld it that you've got everything done. Even this could be fixed. Just bring it up, cut that top part out, and the end would continue up in there. But that's beside the point. So vector engrave instead of raster engrave it. It'll save you a lot of time. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.